What's really good, ladies and gentlemen? It's the OG Boricua Don Dada. Y'all know what it is. I got my man Muffins Martinez. Listen, I know he wants to talk other shit. I can't wait to actually talk MLW, but I know we got the bigger fish to fry first. So, my brother, how are you? Let's talk yo-ish, and then I want to talk some MLW.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man, doing good. How are you today?
I'm chilling, man. You know how it is.
You treat it like a villain, like always, because you're a villain. So yeah, man, the big news that came out last week, so we're a couple of days late, but we always wait to get more stuff to go one big show instead of just doing to like a 5-minute show. But the biggest news, the bombshell was WWE signing, I want to say like a $1.7 billion 5 or 6 year contract with ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports, which they've been done for the last like 40, 50 years, to move their content, or PLEs, not their content. So all the pay-per-views are going to be there from now on, starting in 2026, with the price of $29.99. But before people start jumping off the walls and stuff like that, if you already have ESPN through your cable company or streaming service, all you have to do is prove when you update your info to the ESPN, it asks you for your email and stuff like that. And once they verify that you do have ESPN through those services, you will get the pay-per-views for free since you already have ESPN. But folks that don't have ESPN will have to pay the $29.99 a month, which is that for the PLEs. So before I jump into a big conversation, Jeff, I want to ask you first, how do you feel about WWE all of a sudden going out and leaving maybe Peacock next year, which has been free now, 2 years now? The last 2 years, I think it's been free for the last 2 or 3 years. Where every pay-per-view and people, not free, because you got to pay for the Peacock channel, $10 a month or whatever. Or you do like me and wait till the end of the year when they give you that $24.99 for 12 months. You get the commercials, which is basically you don't get to see the backstage interviews and stuff like that happens on those shows, but you'll never miss the matches.
Yeah.
I do that. So what do you think? What are your feelings towards that moving to ESPN, and people that don't have ESPN will have to pay $30 a month?
So all right. Let's keep it real. All right. The only thing that I heard bad that I heard about Peacock was I heard that they're making Peacock remove a lot of the library now, right? Like little by little they're getting rid of the WWE library. I get that. I'm not paying for that, right? Like I'm not paying $30 for. First off, okay. It's tough for me because I grew up loving sports, right? But if you watch sports like we did back in the days, when you heard that did it, you knew the highlights were coming. Yes. ESPN now is just a debate show. It's a podcast about people debating sports. You barely ever get any highlights.
Well, they still have the highlight shows. It's just specific times now.
Yeah. Where before it was like an hour show that would
11 p.m. Yeah. Before it used to be like every 21 and every like half an hour.
Yeah.
After the hour, they had the shows, but yeah, they changed those things now.
So I'm not a fan of all the debate shit, right? Like, it's just not for me. And then you're gonna put WWE on it, so I gotta spend $30 for a debate thing I don't want to watch to try to watch some WWE shit. Nah, I'm good. And you know what? But as a business, this makes sense, right? Yes. Because at this point, you're not really caring about viewership numbers, right? You're like, whatever. Because I'm filling seats. I make my $1 billion deal.
It's money.
It's money. It's this is what you do as a business. You keep evolving, you keep getting paid, right? They're getting paid. Now the only thing is for people who aren't going to the arenas.
Yep.
Oh well.
Now it's worth it for WrestleMania because it's been now 2 days since COVID. SummerSlam just turned into a 2-day event. Royal Rumble is about to turn into a 2-day event.
Yep.
I told you this when I said we spoke about this like a year or 2 years ago, where I saw this thing being pushed to 2 days events, and then you can make a WrestleMania weekend, SummerSlam weekend, Royal Rumble weekend, and whatever other big show they have left. So if you do pay for the $30, you get to watch both nights for only $30. Now, my other point that I wanted to say, I'm 52 years old. Back then, I was 13 going on 14 when WrestleMania came out. And guess how much we paid for WrestleMania? It was $50 to the cable company. Yeah. I had to beg my parents, like, please, let's call. I'll make the call. Please give me the money so I could pay for this. Then later on, when you were getting older, you had your friends come over and you made a big party. Everybody split it up $10.
Yeah.
You bought the food and you made a football day turn into a wrestling day. And that's all. So I grew up paying the $50. I grew up when it went up to $40. I was growing up when I was paying $9.95 a week for TNA when they came out back for the first time in 2001, and it was weekly pay-per-views. And if you bought it for the whole month, they give you $5 off. So I was paying $40 a month for that. So I lived through that. I lived through N.W.A. making it $20 for the pay-per-views years later. So we've been paying for wrestling all our lives. So I don't understand, and I really don't see the point as to why people are complaining that you have to pay for something. At least it's $29.95 and not $50. At least if you have ESPN already through a streaming service or your cable, you show proof that you have ESPN and you're set. So
hold on. The thing is it $29 a month?
It's $20 a month.
So you want people to spend?
Well, every month there's a pay-per-view. You see the Raw, you see the SmackDown, you see that you get 2 with NXT and then whatever brand is doing that night. And then once again, WrestleMania, Royal Rumble, SummerSlam, 2 nights extravaganza, $40.29. People are going to pay for that.
Yeah, but you want people to spend $240 a month for $240 a year for WWE.
Dude, some people spend that much money buying stuff that they don't need.
No, absolutely they do. Yes. Absolutely. But the thing is, $240 right now, where groceries are still crazy.
Yes.
And
people are, $240 a month, and you probably get a discount if you buy it now like that, buy it for the
full year.
I'm pretty sure you get a discount. But if you want to see $200 and $40 a month, I understand that. You pay more for car insurance every 6 months. You pay rent. You pay your cell phone bill. You pay $100 a month if you got a bundle for people in the family. So I'm pretty sure people will complain and see it the way that you see it. But if you pay every month and you can cancel anytime, you say, okay, this month is going to be a crappy one. I'm canceling it. Next month, they're going to have NXT and a big show. I'm going to put it back because then I get 2 shows for one. And then, of course, WrestleMania comes, SummerSlam, you put that bitch back on again because you're getting 2 nights, 6 hours a night of wrestling or 5 hours a night, whatever it is.
This is 2026?
Starting in 2026.
Good. I don't even care because as long as I get to see John Cena's farewell match, I don't care.
Yeah. And then the bombshell from the following day happened when everybody woke up to Dana White announcing that UFC is going to go free starting in 2026 in Paramount Plus. Yep. Now, let's not forget, TKO owns both WWE and UFC. So if you are a fan of UFC, they did a trade-off. You have to pay for wrestling in one channel, but they're giving you UFC pay-per-views, which is a monthly thing, on ESPN for $44.95 per pay-per-view every month for free in 2026 on Paramount Plus, which means you're going to have a Paramount Plus subscription. What the hell's a Paramount Plus? I have no idea. but I don't have Paramount Plus, so I don't know. I think it's a lot of cowboy shit. I think.
No.
Okay,
There's a lot of everything on Paramount.
Okay, what's tell me because I don't know what's on Paramount Plus.
Bro, I watch mad shit on, but I'm a documentary guy.
Okay, documentaries.
But there's movies. There's movies. I watched all the Mission Impossibles.
So they do got movies.
Yeah, they got movies, TV shows.
Okay. Like Tulsa King and stupid shit like that.
No. Hold on. I don't think it's Netflix because one of my favorite shows right now is Mobland, and I think I'm watching that on Paramount.
Okay. Isn't Tulsa King also there with Sylvester Stallone?
If it is, I'm not watching that shit.
What about the other one? I forgot the guy's name, but yeah, I don't know. I think it's there too, but I don't remember. Yeah, I don't know what's on Paramount Plus because I don't watch Paramount.
There it goes. That's my show right there. Mobland on Paramount, right there.
Okay, so you pay, and how much is it a month?
It's with my Prime shit, the Amazon Prime.
Okay, yes, okay, but I think you have to pay for something like that inside though.
Maybe my wife does that. It's probably like $6-7 though.
Yeah, because my brother has it too. I think it's something like that. Yes, it's like $6.99 or $7.99.
Yeah,
it used to be $4.99, and then when COVID hit, it went up like everything else.
Yep.
Okay, so Paramount Plus. So if you have a subscription to Paramount Plus, $6.99 or whatever for the year, you'll get to watch UFC. If you are a UFC person, mixed martial arts person, if you're not, then who cares? But I see the trade-off where wrestling goes into ESPN through TKO, and then UFC goes through Paramount Plus through TKO for free. And I mean, it's amazing because you have your boy, what's the guy's name? The Irish dude?
Connor,
Carlos Silva, the Mummy who just retired. The guy.
Yeah, but Connor's not part of Connor's not UFC.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because he PKFC. Yeah, my bad. Well, the Mummy guy. They call him the Mummy. The zombie who just retired. I saw that because I wanted to see him, and I love that dude. But there's a lot of humongous fighters. I can't remember their names because I'm not like that into UFC. My brother's a UFC guy. When I told him that yesterday, dude, that dude's lights lit up because he will get to see next year, starting in 2026, every monthly UFC stuff for free. So he's happy about that. So you get a trade-off for wrestling to UFC. Now Peacock, which I'm going back now. Peacock, like you said, is losing everything WWE, and also they're going to lose the library. But ESPN is not taking the library, so I don't know where the library is going to end up. To those kind of shows that people watch, the old wrestling, and they have the WCW stuff and N.W.A. stuff, and they started a YouTube channel now for that now, with WWE showing the old N.W.A. WCW stuff. So I don't know where the library is gonna go, but this opens the window for someone like TNA, MLW, who was trying to be on Reels. Could go back to Reels again and be shown on Peacock through the Reels channel like they were doing last year or the year before they went to Peacock and then they had to stop. So for one thing bad is leaving, you have the door opening for other companies like TNA, N.W.A. could jump there now because now they're on Roku. So you never know.
You know what though? The only one that Peacock should mess with is TNA because they have a weekly.
Yeah. Well, if N.W.A. might go back to a weekly show with, our boy there, Hauser, in the helm, and now that dude's spreading himself around now because now I guess he's gonna wrestle Ring of Honor now for AEW.
I gotta say this. Are we transitioning into MLW or we still got some shit?
Well, I think we're still. Well, I was thinking about the Peacock stuff and what could happen in 2026 and who could jump into the Peacock channel.
So, all right. So I won't transition, right? I won't because I'm excited because there was a person that I seen on MLW.
Well, if you want, we could transition. If you say MLW thing,
well,
start with it and then we'll go to MLW.
Yeah. So what I want to say, because you have more patience than I do. I'm a very short patience person, right? Like I need it now. Where you understand and you're like, it's got to marinate, right?
Unfortunately.
So I wasn't sure what to expect from Paul Walter Hauser, and we talked in person about that. I mean, we have mad content where we talk about it.
Yep.
But when I seen who I seen on MLW show, I was like, damn, he pulled some kind of strings to get these two guys on for these little segments on the last show. Paul Walter Hauser has connects through Netflix and everything else through side movies he's done, being part of Cobra Kai, and we've seen his respect that he's getting in this industry. We've seen him on big platforms talking MLW. Like you said, he's going to be on ROH. Yep. I'm pretty sure that, yes, if you're looking at it and if you're a Peacock, you go, well, damn, look at the roster TNA has. It is very enticing, right? The thing is who's going to be that person to reach out to Peacock, and what kind of relationship do they really have with him, with that person? Where a Paul Walter Hauser says, look, financially, we're not the best situation.
Yes.
We have a great product. We're tapped in with the luchador scene. We're tapped in with the urban community because MLW fans, a lot of them come from our neck of the woods.
Yep.
So we can touch on all different things, and maybe we do a project, right? Because he's an actor, he gets his foot indoors and does whatever he's got to do. I think that he'd be the perfect representation. Like I have a fucking voice here. I'm doing shit. So I think that if he could pitch it to them right, and they actually fund MLW going, as whatever the payment would be for them to be there, I think MLW can go back to what it was, especially with Paul Walter Hauser, because I haven't watched an MLW programming in a while that I felt every dot was connected. Now, we know Paul Walter Hauser was officially, I think they named him like president of MLW.
Like something big in the company.
Yeah, and
actually behind Court Bauer. So
yeah, and that was officially done at this set of tapings, even though the first set of it, because they chopped it up into halves.
Yes,
the first set of it was like last month or something like that.
Yeah, because that was live, and this was taped.
And exactly, this was the other content. So we were like, this was pretty good, right? When I seen this one, I'm like, yo, the in-ring was really good. The promo work was really good.
Yep.
If they want to call them vignettes or backstage video scenes, they were longer with more detail and more substance behind it. Like when we seen Della Renta walks in and she puts the box down, she's like, yo, no return address, no this, no that. Before we got, here's a box, I open it, we out. No, this one, he's opening the box, he's like, oh, snap. Gets a little letter in there, she's like, yo, who's that? And he's going through his little stuff to the point where he goes to walk away. She goes to grab the key. She's like, where am I going to put my knives? TSA, right? Like, he's like, man, we'll take care of that. And then he's like, oh, give me that. She's like, I was bringing it, right? You could see the level of detail between conversation and it. And I was like, it's not rushed no more. They're actually taking time to give us a scene. So I'm liking what I see so far. I'm not trying to transition into the show, but Paul Walter Hauser.
We transition into the show. And I'll be honest, and I'll be the first one, you know this for a fact, I was not a Paul Walter Hauser fan. When he came in, I'm like, oh God, what is this guy doing? Another,
Oh, I agree. I know him as Stingray from Cobra Kai.
Yes. I'm like, this dude's coming in, another actor, wants to play wrestling. He's going to be here for a couple of weeks or whatever. He's probably going to win a match, and then he's going to go on. This is bullshit. I hate it. This dude has been here since day one. He's been out there bleeding his ass off, working his ass off, and he's been jumping not just for MLW. He's wrestling in the independents.
Yep.
He's wrestling, doing stuff with AEW because he has a thing going on with God, what's his name? All those guys there, lower guys, but he has something going on there with AEW that he's gonna be wrestling in AEW with Marshall, QT Marshall. So he has something going on there. So he's actually bringing eyes to the wrestling, and hopefully doing this with art with AEW, he could bring some MLW stuff into that also. And then, like you mentioned, he has a lot of connections. This dude is in a lot of damn movies that are coming out. It's like every time you turn onto something, this dude has a part in the movie. He's in a movie that came out, I can't remember what it was, but then he's also on Fantastic Four. I mean, this dude, every time you see a preview, A24 preview or something, he has a part. And I'm like, dude, how many freaking movies this dude is on? And then his parts keep growing and growing and growing. It's not just small stuff. So yes, having that relationship with Hollywood people will definitely help a lot coming into the 2026. And then, like you mentioned, they had their show this past Saturday. I didn't see it Saturday because I was watching the football game preseason, but I got to watch it on Sunday. And like you said, this show was amazing from the beginning to the end. So, and then
wait. Before we even go into matches, the thing that got me the most excited, and you were talking about it earlier, like you don't drink, but you want to get the Don Gato, right?
The bottle. I don't drink anymore because of the health issues and pills. Yeah. But I want to get the bottle just because I thought it was fake. To be honest with you, I thought that whole thing was fake. They were making that shit up. So I actually went up and looked it up, and it's a real company.
It is.
And he's selling real stuff. I'm like, wow. And one of the bottles like really struck me because the tequila was like yellowish. I said, that looks like real nice. And I like the bottle. I said, I'm gonna have to get that. Just to have it.
I know they teased it. They've had it on the El Jefe's his room, right? He's always of the last few tapings he's had a Don Gato, right?
Gato stuff.
So I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. But this time they kind of shot a commercial in MLW with it, with Danny McBride, who's one of my favorite actors. Danny McBride, if people don't know him, I know him specifically from Eastbound and Down. He's done a bunch of things, but he's Kenny Powers from Eastbound and Down. They had his homie there, Steve, which is Stevie. And I'm like, yo, this is an MLW show. This isn't a YouTube commercial break showing Don Gato. No, this is MLW showing it. Then you see the Don Gato guy with his cat on the second floor. And I'm like, is this guy a wrestler? Like, obviously, he's a gimmick for the liquor, right?
It'd be kind of awesome if he does become a wrestler in the future. Because I was going to say, they showed that they going to, where is it? Somewhere in November, and I forgot where they're going to go. And they already have them showing up on that show. So McBride and a lot of the guys from that thing will be heavy on that November show, which is somewhere in I'm gonna have to look it up. But it's the first time they go into that city and state. So
what struck me when I seen him is the first thing I thought it was Suicide from TNA. Remember, he was a gimmick for like a video game, and then
then became real.
And it became real. And I'm like, it would be so easy with the connects that MLW uses the luchador scene to get some random mask maker to make a basic mask and go put any luchador behind it, a legit luchador.
Exactly, be a real guy that could wrestle, not just
not just some random guy wearing an outfit. No, to actually be Don Gato, the wrestler, and take this off. So if they're using this liquor or spirit, let me say spirit and say it right. If they're using this,
I'm sorry, Charleston, South Carolina, on November 20th. That's going
to be. We're in Carolina.
Well, maybe North Carolina. This is Charleston, South Carolina.
South Carolina. Okay. Because they were in for
the Greensboro. The Greensboro.
There you go. There you go.
Back years ago. But yeah, this is going to be November 20th, Charleston, South Carolina, and Danny McBride and the whole Don Gato tequila brand will be at that show. So it's going to be featured heavily. So
I'm telling you, they got to be a sponsor with the way they've been promoting them so heavy.
Oh, I'm pretty sure they are becoming one now.
Yeah. So I want to see the guy. I got to see Don Gato come in.
Yeah, man, that'd be awesome.
Kenny Powers, Bro, I'm telling you, MLW needs to get an MLW jersey that says 55 and says Powers on the back. Because did you watch Eastbound and Down?
I don't know what that is.
Oh my God, bro, it's baseball. He's like this. Danny McBride is the pitcher where he's got drug issues, alcohol issues.
What's the movie called?
Eastbound and Down. It's a show, but it's got like probably 5-6 seasons.
Damn.
It's it's fucking hilarious. Eastbound and Down.
Okay, I see it right here.
Bro,
this guy, yes.
Bro,
I'm watching it.
That shit is hilarious.
Yes.
And Kenny Powers goes to Mexico. Oh, you can go on eBay or whatever and get his Mexico jersey, right? Like you put a luchador Kenny Powers jersey. Oh my God, that shit will sell, bro.
What?
We need a Kenny Powers MLW jersey, number 55.
Danny McBride.
That's why I was so excited. When I seen him on, I was like, oh, shit, Danny McBride.
Yeah, because he didn't look like him. That's why I was wondering, who the hell's this guy?
Bro, it's Kenny Powers.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like him. Because usually
he's older, bro. He's older.
That's a fat dude. Heavy set. Not fat, but a heavy set dude. This guy looked different.
Well, they're a lot older, too.
Yep. Yeah. We all are.
I mean, I'm still fucking cracked up here.
Yeah, so they had the show on Saturday that we were about to talk right now about. Now you liked it more than I did, so what they cut you about it?
All right. Obviously I said I like all the backstage stuff. I like all the detailing.
Yeah, it was called Blood and Thunder.
Blood and Thunder. We had talked about this because we've been high on the homie Kwon for a hot minute, right? We've been high on Kwon for mad long. He's had burner matches that they never allowed to be more time. And we're like, man, if you give this guy the ball, he's dope. Going against somebody like Mystico, this was the test. To me, that was the test of, is Kwon somebody that we could put the fucking, the jetpack on his back and let him go? I thought that this was a strong showing from Kwon.
Now you want to start from the beginning,
Huh?
You want to start from the beginning, the matches?
I mean, you can. I don't know the exact breakdown.
Well, I got it right here, so that's all I wanted to ask you.
Yeah, go. You know what? Just leave this one out. We'll talk this one, and then we'll go in order.
Yeah, so they had the six-way scramble match. Matthew Justice, Okumara, the Snitch, Mr. Thomas, Ariel Dominguez, C.W. Anderson, and your boy or homie Cruel. With Cruel winning the match towards the end. And of course, I loved it because it's a car accident.
Yep.
Everybody, bodies are everywhere. People are just dying. People are getting killed. So I love this type of matches. So,
okay, let me ask you though. So we're also high on Justice too, right? We feel Justice has taken the shit in this match. Would you say that you sat back at the end, even though with Mads Kruger winning it, would you say, damn, I really seen another level at a match with Justice?
Yes. That for sure. But the right person won. I mean, you can't have Cruel getting losses right now. The one thing that I liked was after the match when they showed footage of Justice talking to Hammerstone. And they, he had talked about how Hammerstone had left and Justice was there, kind of carrying MLW or whatever. So it looks like maybe at the next live pay-per-view, we're going to have a Justice versus Hammerstone match.
Yeah. Which
it'll be interesting because I would love to see Justice wrestle more and less of the hardcore shit.
Yeah. And we're over that shit because the more you do, see, this is what I keep trying to tell people. Like, if you have to bleed like a John Moxley to tell a story, or you got to do 6 million spots, you're just not good enough, right? Like, your in-ring should be able to tell a story already. And a lot of guys, they feel they got to do the most wildest shit, shorten their careers, instead of just being able to just be great wrestlers. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to do the stupid spots or jump off the third balcony. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. Matthew Justice is too good of a wrestler to focus on just that.
Well, I don't mind him doing that once in the blue moon, but not every own show.
Absolutely.
Or every match.
Like big shows like Kings of Colosseum.
Yeah.
Or, you know, or War Chamber. What is that? I think.
War Chamber.
Yeah, but I think it has a name for that pay-per-view. It's like
I thought it was called War Chamber.
Is it? Because I know it has a freaking grenade on it. They always have
No, it's called War Chamber.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so the second match was Neon from Mexico against Paul London in a lightning match. So basically it was a 10-minute time limit match. Now, I've seen these guys already have the same type of match in Mexico. And same thing happened, which happened here, a 10-minute time limit draw. But I like when matches like this go fast because the action goes fast.
Yeah.
So you're not bored. There's no headlocks. There's nothing like that. It's a lot of fast paced. What I found interesting was at the end of the match when London, instead of shaking his hand, kicked him.
Yep.
And then he kind of just walked real past or kind of bumped into Paul Walter Hauser. So there seems like there's going to be something happening there in the future between them two. Because they've been allies for a while.
Yeah, they had the whole, they were going against the
Rogue Horsemen.
The Rogue Horsemen. They were siding with Bomaye. Like, they kind of always been attached to something. Yes. And now that we know Bomaye is no longer Bomaye, we know that the Rogue Horsemen are no longer the Rogue Horsemen.
Yep.
So I'm curious.
What I hate about MLW.
Yeah.
They put a group together, and you get excited about that group, and not even 4 months, like the Rogue Horsemen, 4 months, maybe 3 matches altogether.
Yep. And
they split them up or whatever, because then your boy BRG left, which I don't know why he wasn't re-signed to a long-term deal.
Crazy.
Which, yeah, some parts of MLW with Kurt Bauer baffle me. Some of the moves just baffles me as to why BRG was not signed, because BRG was like the best guy of the String Horsemen. He was the leader. He was the flair of the Horsemen.
Yes, and not for nothing. When people talk nostalgia, I'm not a big nostalgia guy. I don't want to see Ric Flair anymore. I don't want to see Sting.
Oh God, no! I do not want to see Ric Flair no more.
You know what I mean? Love Ric Flair. I don't want to see those guys anymore. You know, if I watched you when I was a little kid, and I'm 46 now, I don't want to see you nowhere near a ring, brother. Like, no. At all. But if you could give me a new version of what, all right, so, and I say this all the time, you are a worldly wrestling fan. I grew up with WWF. It's a WWF, you know, because they were always at Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, yep.
So I didn't watch N.W.A. when I was a teenager because of Hogan and them. I was into WCW. I didn't get to see until like YouTube or old videos of the Four Horsemen, right? Yeah. You knew about them because in WCW they kind of still did it, but it's not
it from the beginning.
It's the WCW Four Horsemen, and no shot to the Four Horsemen. It's not the same caliber as NWA Four Horsemen.
No, those guys were in their primes in the NWA days.
Oh yeah.
You had a young Barry Windham, a young Sid Vicious, a young R. Anderson. Flair was always the oldest because I think he was like oldest by 5 to 10 years.
At that point, though, there's only one guy that I think on a microphone, and you know I'm not a Horseman guy. I love the Horsemen, but it's not my crew. There's no one in the industry at that time, except for maybe Dusty Rhodes, that could talk on a mic like Flair.
Yes.
Right? So
and R. Anderson gave you that stern talk, like he was a parent.
Arn Anderson was the gangster we all loved, right? Because he was that guy who I'm gonna beat you up bad, bro. Like he
did it.
And he did it, right? So if you could give me a new kind of version of the Four Horsemen in 2025, and with a BRG and no Diddy, good-looking guy, young, arrogant, has all that flair shit. You have Arn Anderson Jr., who looks just like Arn Anderson.
Yeah, Mark Anderson.
You got CW. You know what I'm saying? You got CW Anderson, who's doing his thing, and these guys look great, and you're like, oh snap! And you pull the plug like that, and you're like, well, damn, right? Like, well, why did we get excited for this?
Yeah, so basically you put them together, sell merchandise, and then pull the plug.
Just dumb, because you're losing out on something fans would eventually. You gotta stick to something, right? You gotta stick to it until it either. Look what like Roman Reigns. The fans fucking couldn't stand Roman, right? They just fuck this guy, and then it clicked, it hit. You found the niche. All of a sudden, we got 9 million fucking N.W.As and Fatus and
Jesus, they got too many guys now.
You got N.W.A Part 2 over here, just the bloodline.
Just imagine when they actually pulled the plug and pull all those guys together. Not even fighting against each other. They just say enough. We need to take over, and we can take over. And you put the Uso Reign, the 5 guys, with Solo, Fatu. Dude, that's gonna be N.W.A, but it's gonna be the Islanders or the Foundation or something like that of just Samoan Hawaiian wrestlers taking over the whole every show. They're gonna go to NXT. They're gonna go to a main event. They're gonna go to They're gonna go to TNA and take over TNA.
I put champions in every company.
Dude, that's gonna be crazy when that happens. If they pull the trigger like that, I'm pretty sure somebody's saying, dude, we have to pull the trigger in this. This guys could be the next NWO 30 years later, what NWA did and what could have done, because unfortunately NWA didn't last 2 years, and they had so many NWA, NWO, NWO Black and White, NWO Red, then they all broke up, then NWO Silver and Black, and I think the last one was Gold and Black.
Hey, it was some shit
with Jeff Jarrett, and before they just decide enough.
But the thing with MLW is they struggle with factions, right? Like, we lost Janai Kai, so Contra Unit loses her.
And Grandpa, he left.
He's not there. We don't get a proper send off for him.
He's back in Japan.
So it's like, y'all gotta do better, man. Y'all gotta stick to something, because there's no lane.
No. All right, so let's go back to the show. The third match was Bishop Dyer versus Anthony Green for an Opera first match.
Great match.
Oh yeah, and I said
this match,
getting a chance, he was going to show off, not win this, because he's no way hell going to beat Bishop Dyer in this Opera Cup thing.
No,
but it happened the way how I knew it was going to happen. Anthony Green needs to get signed by MLW already, give him a contract, and let him do this every month, because this was match delivered. And I was happy with it.
And we sat back. We've been high on Green for a little bit now. Since he's been there, we've been saying, damn, we hope we see more of him, because the kid is talented. I was afraid watching this matchup that Dyer, coming into MLW the way he is, they might run through Green, right? They did not. They let this be a legit match.
7 minutes and 43, almost 8 minutes match.
But Green got his shit off too, right?
Yes.
Like, Green got his offense in there. He showed his aerial. He showed his athleticism, his speed, his technical shit. Like I said, we know what we're gonna get from Dyer. But when I see what Green gave, I was like, "Yo, y'all better lock son up."
So then they show commercial for the next MLW show, which is gonna be September 13th in Dallas, Fireland, which means we're gonna have to wait a whole damn month again to watch another MLW show. Which this is the part that sucks for us, because it gets us excited that, oh shit, they're back, they're doing something good, and now they pulled the plug on us for another month, and we will see shit for them for another month. So the fourth match was supposed to be Matt Riddle against Donovan Dijak, but that never happened because Cruel beat up Riddle in the back, carried him to the ring to do his contract, but then Dijak kicked that and said, "No, that's not happening tonight." And then they brawled all the way to the back and more. But then now we have Matt Riddle against Donovan Dijak for the September 13th show. Is going to be the main event of that show in Dallas. So when is Cruel going to get his stupid title match and win the damn title already? I don't know. But yeah. So that didn't happen. Nothing happened. And then your boy Kojima with the bread guy versus Bobby Fish. We had the show before where we said Kojima was going to win this match. It happened like we did. It was almost 9 minutes long. So this show gave us some good long matches. No squashes, just real good matches, and made you think like, maybe they're gonna turn that around and have this guy win. But no, Kojima won. Which was no surprise. What do you thought about I liked the match because I was like Bobby Fish with Kyle O'Reilly when they were Red Dragon. I know Bobby Fish is not the same guy from back then. His physique is not the same like it was back then either. So, but he still gives you, that match. He still gives you that.
No, listen, solid match. I do not like Kojima. I don't like this guy, right? Like, decent wrestler, but he's already at that age where he's slow as fuck, right? Like, he's just not.
Yeah.
He don't have that pace, but this is it. The one thing I can say is he's safe, he's clean. So I give him the respect because even at that age, he's still putting really good matches on. That's it.
The one thing that I don't get is what happened next. Kind of threw me out like, what the fuck? Was when the snitch Okamura came to the ring and they kind of buried the hatchet after like 2 months of they turning each other and having a match against each other. Now they're back together again. So I'm like, I don't get this. And then the fans were throwing bread at the ring, and then he said, "I don't try this at home," because he was actually eating the bread. I'm like, man, I'll be hungry too after that match, but I'm not touching no bread that's being thrown.
Nope.
I don't know where that bread's been at.
Word.
You don't know if that shit has rats walking around and shit in the house and stuff like that. But they made some more matches where they have the final, like I mentioned, September 13th. Will air live on YouTube. They have Templario versus Ikuro Kwon and Hammerstone versus. Hold on, that makes no sense. Oh yeah, Templario versus Ikuro Kwon. So you're gonna see Ikuro Kwon is going to be in the show again in a live show, which is good. And they're gonna have Hammerstone against Justice in a no DQ match. So we're gonna have 3 matches for next month. So Templario is the one that has the sword cross around his face.
Yeah, the knife.
Yes, that's Templario. So he's gonna fight Kwon. So this should be interesting. And they're
giving Kwon different types of because Mystico, obviously, even though he's older, he's still super fast and athletic. That's Templario. He's fast, athletic, and he's strong, right? Like, there's a big difference of body types between Templario and Mystico.
Yes. The next match was 6, which is the female match, which I love women's wrestling. Was Blackheart against Ava Everett. That was a good. He went 8 minutes, so I love it when they give the women a chance to get out there. I thought Ava gave a real good match. Ava wrestled good match against Chassis. I don't know how Chassis still got that dumb cast on her hand and she could still move around. I don't know. That's weird. But yeah. But I thought Ava Everett had a hell of a match. I'm hoping that she will get used more regularly and not just once in the blue moon because she's in the States. I don't know if she lives in Germany or she's back. I don't know.
She travels back and forth between WXW and the States.
Yeah, so I don't know how that's going to happen. They show more Cool and Dodge still fighting in the back. Another Don Gato segment. That Don Gato shit was tearing me up all night. I thought that shit was funny. And like I said, like you mentioned, I hope that they do have a Bongato guy coming up in November, a real wrestler, comes out with a bottle of tequila and start busting motherfuckers around the head with it. Here's a free one for you.
Take it back to the street.
Yeah, man. Just start knocking them out. And then the main event was Mystico against Ikuro Kwon. And this is where we were starting about. You were talking. Unfortunately, we in spirit and heart, we wanted Kwon to win, but we knew that going up against Mystico and this Oprah Cup was going to be impossible because we know Mystico is the cash cow of MLW at the moment.
Yep.
And they're not going to have him lose in the first round. So, I mean, it was a good match. It went almost 8 minutes. Like you said, Ikuro Kwon once again showed off like he's been doing when he gets the chance to wrestle. He goes out there and shows what he could do. Mystico is Mystico. I mean, he's a
legend, bro.
CMLL right now. You know, he's the golden goose of everybody out there in Mexico and here. If you use him in AEW or here, he sells. Because now he's still having the thing with MJF and ROH, big stuff that they're going on there. So we still saw Crew and Dodge still wrestling, and then Dodge flew over the roof of the roof. So and then Crew did a John Wick and disappeared. So I don't know. I'm thinking also like, hold up, how are you gonna try to kill this dude when he got a title match coming up? Hold up, but then he disappeared. Something like, so he's a magician now.
So I don't know if I would call it a John Wick, because the first time I remember seeing that is when Michael Myers gets shot off the ledge.
Yes.
And they think they kill him, and then when they look over, he's gone.
Yes.
So I was like, all right, I get it. You know,
he's a monster. Can't get killed.
No, it's like the Undertaker thing, right?
Yeah,
like,
he's unstoppable. You can't kill him. You can only hope to contain him, basically.
See, and the thing with Cruel that I still don't understand with MLW is he's a side attraction, right? Like, you see him once in a while, and he's always on some like crazy, what do you call that? The match, weapons of mass destruction, right?
Yes.
Like, so he's always in something weird, and then he's gone for a little while.
Yeah.
Now with the roster flipping the way it's flipped, you're using him more.
But the last 2 shows, he's opened the show.
Yeah.
You know, the last month on the live episode was him and Baby Baba in that tag team match, which they won. And then this week in the tape show, he's in a 6-way scramble match. Again on the first match. But then he's featured heavily throughout the show.
That's what I'm saying.
What are you doing with this dude?
I think that, and obviously it'll never happen because the Undertaker's a one-of-one, right? Like, I'm not crapping on Kane, nothing like that. But when you think of dead men, the Undertaker is the end-all be-all, right? Like, he's the guy. But if you were smart, Court Bauer and PWH or PH or whatever, Paul, PWH.
Yeah. I was gonna slow it down and say it my I could say PWH right.
It's just too much. If you were smart,
Walter is Walter Hauser.
You start booking him like the Undertaker. You know what I'm saying? Like, start letting him put people in fucking body bags. You know, let him.
Which he did before. Which he was doing before, in the body bags.
But that's what I'm saying. Is don't go away from it, right? Like, give us that, and at some point, do a burial match or something, and you know, let him do something epic. Put his hand through the dirt or something. I don't know, like you know, give us more of him. You know what I mean? Like, he's our guy. Him and Hammerstones are the only ones the OGs left.
Yeah. Well, and Kwon.
Yeah, but Kwon never really got the op though.
Yeah. Also, didn't they at the beginning of the show? Didn't they say that Renta said that the MLW openweight title was going to be held up now? So they took the title.
Be, Kwon and Mexico, I think. But she did say that there's no champion It's vacant, and it's going to be in Dallas. She did say that.
Okay, so it's next month. Well, they already have one wrestling. I just told you he's going to be wrestling Templario. So unless that's going to be that match for the title there, they didn't say the title match, but maybe they'll add it later when they'll say it. But yeah, so.
I mean, he doesn't have to fight Mystico. Mystico don't want that belt.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe he's fighting Templario next month. So maybe that match, they'll put the title out between them two.
Who do you think would get it? You think Templario will get it, or you think Kwon?
Kwon should get it, but we already know the love affair with CMLL.
Yeah.
And they have to respect them because they're letting all those guys come here. So unfortunately, it's most likely going to be Templario. Because he wants to bring gold. He wants to avenge the disrespect that they did on Cesar 2 months ago when he spit that shit on Cesar and took the belt.
Oh.
So that's the story on that Templario wants. He wants to get the revenge and put the family or the respect back on De La Renta and Dario, and put the family back on top. So by him winning this belt is doing that.
Yeah. You're putting gold back where it belongs.
Yeah, but once again, you burying Kwon again.
And Kwon didn't come out to no country unit shit. Usually he comes out with a flag.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe things change. Maybe the whole thing is done then. The whole contract unit. I don't remember. Did Kwon come out? I mean, Crew come out to the contract unit song?
Nope.
Okay, so they probably killed it.
Jesus Christ.
That'll be some shit. Because Crew's been contract unit for 5 years.
And when contract unit was broken up, he was doing it on the independents with his own crew.
Yeah. His own little crew out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So that's it. So that was it. Out of a 5, I gave the show a 4.
I'm not gonna say 5, but this is a 4 and a quarter, 4.5. I love this shit.
Damn, dude, this is the first time ever you're gonna over me when it comes to power ratings. You always were lower than me.
I'm always, bro. I literally watched the show and I was like,
about something.
I was sitting next to Alex and I was like, all right, let me watch this MLW shit, right? My BKFC ended. Let me watch this shit. I watched it. I was like, man, this is all right. I started, I changed my sitting. Let me put it on TV instead of my phone. Man, dude, I sat back and this shit was good.
But it was a good show.
The problem is, like we used to say with TNA, you give us something good, and then now we gotta wait.
And they take it away from us for a month.
So the wave that goes is now flat again by the time the next show happens because you're not riding the wave. And that's the part that eventually they have to figure it out going into 2026.
Only positive thing remaining in 2025 is that there's only 4 months left in the year.
Yeah.
So we get to either get 4 more to maybe 6, 7 with the tape shows of MLW before 2026 starts, and then hopefully and then we all know November comes and things start slowing down because of the holidays, Thanksgiving, and then Christmas, then New Year's. So a lot of stuff starts slowing down. So, and we probably gonna get one of those best of for MLW. So that will kill any momentum going into 2026. So it's always something going on with these guys. This whole 2025 has been a nightmare for MLW in 2025, in my opinion, anyways.
I agree.
Scheduling and stuff like that, but I don't know. So, Jeff, anything else you want to talk about that you have, or if not, just take
Mike already gave me you better hurry up with your shit and start cooking.
She already told you, bro.
So listen, like, subscribe, share, all that good shit. For me, this guy, we out of here. Deuces.